Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our final week of Black Friday in the month of April. Next month, May, is our last full month for Black Friday for the year, for the season. And then the last full week of school, we're going to end it on Wild Card Week. What a way to end the year. Wild Card Week. So, crunch time. The standings are looking pretty tight. It's still an open race for anyone in just about every grade except for fifth grade. But it's still an opening for second and third place in fifth grade. So keep it up. Keep it up. You never know where you're going to end. Might surprise yourself. So for this week, you had to surf the Mid Atlantic region of the United States. What did you think? Now, I have to say, when I did the tickets yesterday, I was kind of surprised at the answers that I got. And I'll get into that in a few minutes. But before I do that, I need to review of what we did 2 weeks ago. The country of Peru was the last flag that we did. Last week was spring break, and I hope you all had a fun spring break. Welcome back. I know it's probably kind of tough to get back into the swing of things, but don't worry. You got a few more, about 4 or 5 more weeks left, and then you'll have your summer. So, hope you have plans for the summer coming up. This week, I think was a little easy. Even yesterday, when I gave you the hint, kind of gave you the answer on the silver platter, and still it got a little tricky for some of you. So we're gonna do a quick review of the clues of what you had to do over the week. Now, Monday, you had to list all the states, including Washington, D.C., that make up the Mid Atlantic region. So you should have started with 8 locations. Tuesday, you had to eliminate one state. And that one state, you had the clue of Stonewall riots of 1969. New York. New York was the first state you had to eliminate. And New York was about 4 answers that I got were New York, state of New York. No, no, no. So you already started the week out on the wrong foot. But that's why we're here. To learn and help you understand the nature of things that go along with our country, world, and flags. Then, Wednesday, you had 2 states to eliminate. And then yesterday, you had 3 and should have ended with 2. So, yesterday should have started out with 5 locations, 5 states. After you did your 3, you have 2 left. Or if you did your hint and then went back, you would have figured out that you had the right one, right state. Like I said, some of the answers were a little off, but sometimes things get confusing, tricky. You think one thing and find out you're on the wrong path. But that's okay. It happens to the best of us. It happens to every single one of us, actually. So, with the clues you had, and you ended with 2 states, you had a 50-50 shot. I know some of you are not real good with 50-50. That's why I gave you the hint to help you with the 50-50. Some got it right, some didn't. Like I said, that's okay. No big deal. But you gotta pay attention to the clues a little more of what I'm looking for. So when I reveal the answer to you, some of you can probably be like, "Oh man, I figured that was the answer." Ah. So I'm gonna swing behind you real quick, grab the flag, and I will reveal it to you in just one moment. I'm back. You had a few seconds there to decide what your answer would be. It's not the state of New York. And I see some of you put down Maryland. Is it because you saw Maryland as flag of the day yesterday? No, no, no. Another one of my tricky, what they call it? One of my tricky clues, that I do sometimes. You figured some of you would pick Maryland or use Maryland as your answer. Maryland was only flag of the day yesterday because it was the state's birthday, my home state. And it was admitted to the Union in 1788 as the seventh state. But that wasn't the answer I was looking for. So it wasn't Maryland and it wasn't New York. So what other possibility could you have? I'm about to reveal it to you. 3, 2, 1. The state of Virginia. The state of Virginia is the answer for today. State of Virginia. I do have a connection to the state of Virginia I will touch on in a few seconds. As you can see, the seal in the middle of the flag represents the triumph over tyranny. And this seal was added to the flag in 1861 at the start of the American Civil War. And it is still being circulated and used on the flag currently today. Many, many years later. Over 150 years later. State of Virginia. Now, I do have a connection to the state of Virginia. A personal connection and a military connection. My mother lives in Virginia. So I actually have an aunt lives in Virginia as well. So I have a few relatives that live in Virginia. Both of them used to live in Maryland and moved to Virginia some time ago. And I also have a sister, an older sister, that just purchased a home in Virginia. So congratulations to her and her husband and her family. And other connections that I have to the state was the Pentagon, Fort Myer, and Fort Belvoir. I was at the Pentagon the day after 9/11, the day after it was hit, on September 12th, 2001. So I was there the day after everything went down. I have to say it was a very humbling and eye-opening experience. It was an eye-opening experience for everyone in the country, but especially for those who were at the crash site or at the scene of the crime, as it was put. Seeing the Pentagon the day after, very, very, very shocking. Very shocking. And knowing that that could happen was an eye opener to a lot of us. One of those things in my life that I would never ever forget. And knowing how some people were close to being part of the statistic of victims, but escaped just in time, it would bring you to tears almost of how close to death they were. And while at the Pentagon, I got to work with the Secret Service, the FBI, EPA, and other federal agencies that came to the area. The Pentagon is actually located in Arlington, Virginia, Arlington County, Virginia. It's not in Washington, D.C. It's in Arlington County, Virginia. At the time, the land was owned by the Washington, D.C. government. If it that's still now, I don't know. But at the time, that's what it was. And we had help from all over the country. We had police agencies as far as Virginia Beach, North Carolina, uh, up here from north, came down to help. It was a collective effort. And I was there for 10 months. And when I was there, I got to witness the reconstruction of the crash site, a brand new portion of the building, a memorial service put in, and got to really see or got to really work with a lot of great people, a lot of great agencies, and making sure that everything was put back to normal as it should be. Got to meet the Secretary of the Army at the time, Secretary of Defense, his wife, his kid. I was on TV a couple times, but I never saw it air, so I'm not sure if they actually still have the video. Got to work undercover, plain clothes. I got to do a lot of things, and I got a lot of experience being at the Pentagon, working with the Pentagon police. I got to do a lot of things. So it was a sombering experience, but a very valuable one. And I was stationed at Fort Myer during that time. 10 months out of the year, I was there. The other 2 months, you probably remember, I was in Fort Stewart, Georgia. So it was, like I said, an experience that I will never, ever forget. And if you want to know more, I'll be happy to tell you. Just ask me. So the answer for today is the state of Virginia. And I will say thank you for participating. Thank you for watching. Thank you for working hard. Continue to be responsible. Continue to be respectful. We're coming down to the final weeks. Oh, and before I forget, next month, May, is Lupus Awareness Month and Military Appreciation Month. And there's a couple other celebrations for the month of May, but those are my two most important: Lupus Awareness Month and Military Appreciation Month. For Lupus Awareness Month, the color is purple. So I would ask if you have anything purple for the month of May, wear purple to show your support and show that, lupus is actually a real disease and actually needs some more research to find a cure. And for Military Appreciation Month, next month is the flag. Well, flag of the month for next month will be the U.S. flag. And flag of the week for each week of the month would be a branch of the military. So 1 week would be the U.S. Marine Corps. 1 week would be U.S. Air Force, Army, Coast Guard. The only military flag I do not have right now is the Space Force flag. Hopefully that'll come in soon enough, and then I can add that to the list as well. So we're coming into the final month for this year of the school year and for Flag Friday. So time to crunch down. Competition getting a little tight. There has been some opening, some separation, but it's getting real tight. So I want to say again, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. And if you want to find out more about Flag Friday videos and want to get notification, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Until then, have a good day. If I don't see you today, have a good weekend, and we will begin again Monday. Ta-ta.